Hello everybody, getting ready to do Chapter 8, Review and Summary Part 1 today for Pre-Algebra Math. And you got 50 points on your classwork sheet, have that out in front of you now. And you got 40 points going to your notebook or your notebook guide, have that ready to go. Chapter Review, Chapter 8, put your name, date, period here on your phone, your tablet, your paper, your Droid, your Chromebook. Let's go right into today's bell work, teachers and students. Number 1 up here, multiple choice. Which inequality has no solutions in the first quadrant of a coordinate plane? And then number 2, write the expression using only positive exponents, 2a to the negative 3b to the 8th. And teachers, give your students about 3-4 minutes. See you in 4 minutes. Welcome back everybody for today's solution, and we'll start with number 2 here. So 2a to the negative 3b to the 8 using only positive exponents will be 2b to the 8 over a cubed. This reciprocates to a cubed, so there's number 2. And then up here for number 1, you don't get a solution. Let's go right into today's notebook, page 1. This goes into your notebook, students. Define relation, solution of an equation in 2 variables. Rise, yeah, that's right. Define rise. Domain, linear inequality in 2 variables, and then run. Define run, and you got 10 points here, page 1. Page 2 goes into your notebook as well, 10 points. Define range, graph of an equation in 2 variables, slope-intercept form, best fitting line, input, and then solution of a linear inequality in 2 variables. Define that, 10 points for page 2. Page 3 in your notebook, 10 points. Output, define output, linear equation, function notation, function form, system of linear equations. Define all of these, students, in your own words. Define them, 10 points, page 3. Page 4 in your notebook, 10 points. Vertical line test, x-intercept, half plane, equation in 2 variables, y-intercept, solution of a linear system. Define each of these. 10 points, page 4. Page 5 goes into your classwork sheet, 10 points. Number 1, what is the difference between the domain and the range of a relation? And students, in your own words, define that. What is the difference between the domain and the range of a relation? And then number 2, write a linear equation in slope-intercept form. Identify the slope and then identify the y-intercept. And for those 2 with full sentences, students, I want full sentences here. You get 10 points for page 5. Page 6 in your classwork sheet, 10 points. Number 3, how are the rise and run between 2 points on a line related to the line slope? And that's a good question, and I want you to respond with a full sentence or sentences for that. And then number 4, write the equation y equals negative 5x plus 2 using function notation. Use function notation for this expression here. You got 10 points for page 6. Let's go into our first section here of our review and summary. 8.1, relations and functions. Represent the relation, and we have these ordered pairs here as a graph and as a mapping diagram. So here's our grid to plot these points, and then once you plot them, you should have a plot that looks like this here: -1, 3, 0, 4, 3, 0, -2, -2. That is a graph. And then a mapping diagram will be like this here. List the inputs and outputs in order. So we have -2, -2, -1, and then 3, and then 0, 4, and then 3, 0. So here's your mapping diagram right here. So let's try one now in our guided. Represent the relation, and this is our relation here, as a graph and as a mapping diagram. Instead, so you do the same thing down here for your independent down here. Let's go into our guided now and do this one, page 8 on your classwork sheet. So up here, represent the relation as a graph. Then here's your plots on your graph right here. Not really a line. And then a mapping diagram. Here's your mapping diagram. -5, 6, -4, 3, 0, 0, then 4, -3. So here's your input output, and that's your mapping diagram right here. And then into our next section here, which is 8.2, linear equations in two variables. So tell whether -4, 6, -6, 2, 8 is a solution of -3x plus y equals 6. So how do we do that? So let's try -4, -6. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in here, -3x plus y equals 6. Then we're going to plug in -3 times -4 plus -6. Does that equal 6? And the answer is yes, it does. So that means that this is part of the solution for this equation here. So the answer, -4, -6, is a solution of -3x plus y equals 6. Let's try another one now. 2, 8. And then we're going to plug that into -3x plus y equals 6. So let's plug in this ordered pair. We have -3 times 2 plus 8. Does that equal 6? And 2 does not equal 6, so that is not part of the solution of this equation, -3x plus y equals 6. So let's try one now on our guided up here. Tell whether the ordered pair is a solution of the equation. Here's our ordered pair. Is this part of the solution of this equation here? And then down here, students, this is yours. Let's do our guided up here. So 14x plus 2y equals -22. And then we plug in -2, -3, and we get -4. And -34 does not equal -22. Therefore, -2, -3 is not a solution of 14x plus 2y equals -22. It's just that simple. And that's your lesson for today. Animated PowerPoint math video at AOL.com for questions or course materials. Thank you very much.